Thank you, Paige.
Thanks,
All
Paige.
right. So just so we are clear, where you go for this is you start off on social on the left-hand side,
Yeah,
click on social, and then you can start setting up what topics you want and the frequency.
Yes.
And this is a great way to start interacting with folks. And again, you can't share these, you can't automatically share these on your personal page, but you can share them once they're on your business page, you can share them to your personal page.
We can't.
You can. You have to post it to your business page first, and then you can post it to your other, to your personal.
Do you share it from the business? Yes.
Share it from the business. All right,
Oh, I did that first.
Okay.
please continue.
So I want to say one thing right here. I'm gonna show you the PDF guides in a moment, but this is a new feature that we just added. We have 80 PDF guides written for you, and I'm going to show them to you in just a moment. But I want to make sure that you all turn on social content and that you all turn on these PDF guides, because what this will do is post landing pages with a photograph to your social media, and there are 40 for buyers and there are 40 for sellers. I'll show them to you in a moment. You, the agent, are branded on every page of every one of these 80 documents. So turn on social content, turn all the fun, colorful stuff down here. Like I like patios and decks and, hardscaping. Choose whatever you want that sort of fits your personality, but definitely turn on the buyer PDF guides and the seller PDF guides here. Okay. So now that we know, like, we got to do that, let's click here on PDF guides. All right. Now, the PDF guides, I'm just going to jump to, like I said, we got 40 for buyers. We got 40 for sellers. You can download these. There's a little button at the bottom. You can download these, and you will see that you and your logo are on every one of these pages. Your phone numbers, right? It's there. And if you click one of these green buttons, you're going to see all the ways that we have to help you market this. There's a short form video script. I recommend that you all start downloading these. We've basically written scripts to help you run an ad, right? To actually run an ad and or put it up on TikTok or put it up on Instagram. It's a script for a short video. Okay. If you want to run an ad on Facebook. Yes. Did you have a question?
What exactly, you say a short form video script? That's the verbiage that you speak into the camera.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
There's a script. You can print it. You can download it. I do want to point out we've got an app that we like called Telepromoter that basically, once you create a video, you just click a button and it, boom, it blasts it to all your networks. That's not our app. That is just an app that works. Okay. But I will tell you this, and I'll tell you a little bit later. Well, first of all the social media platforms are promoting video. They want you to create video, and they make your life more, they make things easier and cheaper if you do video. I'll show you a little bit more in just a minute. So here we've got the script. You can run an ad on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll get leads that way. You can also do a social media post, but remember, I just showed you that our social page over there can do this post automatically for you. I would recommend that you just tell us to do it automatically. If you've got a lot of people in MoxieWorks in your CRM, there is an e-flyer that you can copy and paste and just blast to everybody in your CRM. If you want a postcard or a door hanger, we got that going as well. Okay. And then there's just this landing page, and I want to make this this is a landing page you can put anywhere. I'm going to show you the smartest way of how to use this. This video we created. Your picture will be up here where this agent is. And if somebody wants to download this report, they got to give you this information, and then they can download it. Okay. So what we've looked at here is a lot of these ways are ways to capture those leads. If you use a postcard, or if you use the eFlyer for your database, or if you use a door hanger, we're going to be sending those people to this page where they have to give you contact information to download it. So it's really a great way to capture leads. And you got 80 of these things, okay? So I definitely recommend using these. So some of the ways are to use them right here, but another great way is to go over here to the ad section and run an ad. And David, when we signed you up, did we add Google software to the system, or did we not? Do you know?
We did.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome for you guys.
Only the best for my people.
Let me tell you something, guys. That is a smart move. I'm going to show you what we're talking about in a minute, if my system does not completely collapse on me. So what you have here is we have Facebook software for ads. So somebody earlier was asking about the ad manager. We also have Google software for ads. So to create an ad on either of those platforms takes 2 clicks. If you try to go create an ad on Facebook, you might get it done in a dozen clicks, and you might actually do it correctly. But not all agents can do it correctly because it's complicated. Google is even messier. Google looks like what Facebook looked like 10 years ago, and it's hideous, and I'm glad I don't have to do it. You might find yourself where you need to do a custom ad on Google, but it looks like my system is dragging, and I'm hoping we're going to get through here and not get timed out. But I will tell you this. David was smart enough to sign you up for Google. And what you should know is Google is the #1 website in the country and in the world. 86% of all searches start on this website. So if you want to find a nice restaurant, you want to find a new hotel in Cancun, you want to buy eyelashes or a car, or you want to find out how do I sell my home? That all happens right here on Google. 86% of all questions start here. And you'll see here, this guy here has sponsored for that keyword. We just timed out again. That's great. Give me a second, guys. Yeah, what? Yeah, we just timed out again. Sorry, guys, I got my web guys on this. So we do have our head of of our internet manager on it, which doesn't mean a whole lot to us, but let's just carry on in this story here. So these sponsored ads, when I can log in and show you, you can actually have ads right here. If you're going to be in real estate for, I don't know, 2 to 3 to 5 or 10 years, you need to figure out Google. A lot of people figured out Facebook. A lot of agents figured out Facebook, right? And Facebook is cool. I'll tell you why Facebook works so well. You can connect with your friends. You can follow your news. And you're going to see everything that your friends are doing. You're going to see what they eat. You're going to see where they go on vacation. You're going to see their kids, and they're going to see your grandkids. And it's going to be great. And because of that, 75% of American adults, not kids, spend 40 minutes every day scrolling down this thing, looking at their friends' birthdays and looking at what they're doing and blah, blah, blah. That's what they're looking at, right? Here, my buddy made some pasta and he's drinking wine, and that's awesome. That's what Facebook is. And it's just basically, we're watching this for 40 minutes a day. So if you say, hey, I've got an open house, or hey, would you like your home value, or whatever, it works because we're already here. But I can tell you what does not happen here. People don't come to Facebook and go to the search box and say, how do I sell my home? Okay, they don't do that. It's not what Facebook is about. It's a great place to capture leads because people are sort of scrolling through, but they're not actually going to Facebook thinking about real estate stuff. They're thinking about, hey, what's fun? What's happening? What are my friends doing? Right? That's why Google is awesome. I'm going to point out something here because we're definitely having issues on our platform. I'm going to send this to you, David. I'm sure I've sent it to you before, but I do want to talk about this. So, guys, it might not be very you know, how do you say, comforting to that I'm sitting here and telling you this thing is timed out and I can't get it. But we have been here for 13 years and we have helped a lot of agents grow their business. And the difference now, a lot of agents will sign up. Agents sign up every day for $60 a month, and they access all the tools that you're accessing. Okay, probably 10 to 20 agents every day are doing that. I am pointing all of them to these 3 calls, and what this should have been was a get started call, right? And that's what this is right here, get started. And it tells you, hey, here's everything we do. Here's how you turn everything on. But as I cannot get around, I'm just going to refresh this and see if that's going to work. I do want to say that you do need to check these calls out. This call right here, Facebook and Google ads, it's going to tell you all the things you can do with Facebook and Google. This one right here, which is top tools to get more listings, I do these calls every week, right? And so I'm talking about what agents are asking me. I'm talking about what's changing in the market and what tools you can use to be on top of that, right? And so if you want more listings, you're probably going to want to watch top tools to get more listings. If you want to be effective on Facebook and Google, which you should probably watch that. Looks like I'm moving again. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Let me give you a couple of numbers just to think about.
Where do they find those on YouTube?
If you go, if you just do a search, give me a second, on listings to leads, and I'll send this to you, David. I'll send you this channel. So okay. I'm going to actually record this, but you could go to listings to leads. You'd see our little logo here with the house. If you clicked here, where I want you to go is the videos page right here. And the link that I'm going to email you later today is the link to this videos page. Every call that we do is here. Okay. And I'm going to show you something here. And because I can't actually, I'm going to take us, we have a mastermind group and I'm going to email you a link to this, David. So I'm going to send you the call, everybody. And I'm going to send you a link that says join our mastermind group. So you click on that link, it's going to bring you and you join, we'll accept you. Okay. But I want to show you a couple of things to think about. There's a magnifying glass in here. And if you want more listings, you want to look at these 3 names. Chris Winstead, don't forget, don't forget, this is being recorded. Dustin Fox and Alicia Pless. Now I'm just going to show you this. Let's see here. Are we moving? No, we're not moving. Yeah. Give me a second here, guys. I just want to send this to our tech team. Sorry about that. What's the problem here? Oh, they'll figure it out. This guy moved to Texas last year. No, it's been a couple summers ago. And he comes in the mastermind group, which we want you to join. He says, I got 5 listings in 3 months. We were impressed. I'd never heard of this guy, right? And we asked him what he did. And unfortunately, I can't show you what he did, but I can tell you, there is one letter that we create called the Nearby Homeowner Letter. It is discussed on the top tools to get more listings. It is definitely discussed. That's one of our top tools. And he took that letter and he bought a list of homeowners. You can find that from Remind and RedX. We'll sell you a list. And you can even talk to your title partners. If you got a good title partner, and each of you should have, I don't know, 3 or 4 farm markets. right? Geographic areas that you want to dominate in your career for the rest of your real estate career. If you want to dominate those areas, you need to buy the list to target. All right. You want their name, their address, their mailing address, maybe their phone number and their email as well. Okay. And here's what you do with them. You mail a letter, which if I could get into our system, I would show you. And you mail a letter. It's okay. This looks like it's going to move. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I have our team working on this right now as we're talking, but I'm not having a whole lot of confidence right now. That's moving. So this is the market. This is the listings area. We'll come back here. It does feel like it's kind of moving it normally. This is the nearby homeowner letter. And this is what that guy was using. And you can borrow listings, and we're going to change. We're going to make this letter for you. This letter, if you want more listings, is the #1 tool for getting more listings. Just to make it clear, there's no artificial intelligence here. There's no machine learning. It is a piece of paper. It says, I've got a home for sale in your area. Walk to your own computer with this piece of paper and type this in and go over there and find out about it, right? We make this page here automatically for you, right? Lots of call to actions here, right? This is going to pop up. I can capture a lead here. If I scroll down, it's also going to say, hey, do you want your home value, right? Lots of call to actions. You scroll down to the bottom. There it is. What's your home, right? This guy's home is in Hawaii, so that's what this thing looks like, right? But this letter also says, hey, we got a home for sale. It also says when that home is sold, it's going to affect your home value. And we create a free home value page like this. If you drop in your address and your email address, you're going to get an instant value from onboard infometrics. And you, the agent, are going to be copied on this. So sort of imagine what I'm talking about. You may have seen a page like this. And realtors have been running ads on Facebook for nearly 10 years with pages like this. And this used to be awesome until Facebook got smacked by HUD and you cannot target people anymore. Okay. There used to be incredible targeting on Facebook. It's all been removed because people have been using it with discriminatory ads. So it all got changed. So a long time ago, this would be awesome on Facebook, but it would be a little more random because remember what I was saying about Facebook? I was like, people are scrolling through here for 45 minutes and looking at everything their friends are eating. That wouldn't mean like you'd be getting the highest quality listing leads, but you'd be getting listing leads, right? And so people like to do that. But if you buy a list like this guy did of homeowners in your neighborhood, and you mail this letter to them every 2 weeks, and maybe this week it's for sale, maybe in a couple of weeks it's sold, or maybe it's open house. Some of our best clients mail this letter twice per listing, because on the front, on the top, it says, go check it out, it's for sale. On the bottom, it says it's going to get your home value. And if you're doing this every week, or I'm sorry, every couple of weeks or every month, at some point, people are going to open this and go, yeah, you know what? I want my home value. And they got to jump through a few hoops to get it. These are high quality leads. This guy here tells us that once people fill that out, it says it right here. So he buys a list of homeowners. He mails that letter every 2 weeks. And once somebody fills out the home valuation piece, at the bottom, he hits them up every week with phone calls, bomb, letters via mail, and letters left at the door. So if you run an ad on Facebook with a tool like this, you're going to get a lot of leads easily. Sometimes they're cheap, sometimes they're expensive, but they're coming from Facebook. So they're not the highest quality leads. Okay. But if you're mailing the same letter to your market, you already know it's only homeowners because that's the list you started with. Okay. This guy actually bought a list. Yes.
I have a question. So that letter, can that also be emailed? with the links intact?
Right here, e-flyer for your database. So if you got a bunch of leads sitting in Moxie, copy it right here. There it is. It's for sale up top. That affects your home value at the bottom.
So what you can do, everybody, is you have access to Cole Realty as well. So if you list a house in a neighborhood, you can go on to Cole Realty. If you're not of the mindset, if you're just getting started and you don't have a lot of money to spend to print these out and mail them, you can do it by email as well. I personally think, the mail is going to be a better option. And maybe I'm thinking of a different system, but Vincent, aren't you also able to do the mailing directly from this system?
Yes, yes. So if we go
So-
here, you would need an account at Express Copy. And
Mhm.
what Express Copy does is you can download this letter, you can email it to them and tell them, I want you to send it to all the homeowners in this zip code, and I want them to have 5 years or 10 years equity. It has a cost.
Cool.
We don't take a percentage. It's just you're directly paying them for their service. We just feel like it's a really strong solution if you don't want to touch this stuff. I will
let you know because I just sent this out to my big listing in Windermere. I just sent this out to 100 homes directly surrounding that listing. So we shall see.
Does the mailer contain a QR code versus a link?
I don't know. I don't see a QR code on there. I think
Text them.
But you can text number.
let me speak to QR codes, okay? QR codes are great for buyers, and you want to know this. QR codes are not great for sellers. Because there are tools that we have that have QR codes, and they will take your smartphone to this page. People do not respond at that point. They just leave. Okay. So think of it this way. And we've known this for years. And the QR codes we know this because we've been able to run desktop ads and mobile ads. For years, we've been doing this. People do not like to fill this thing out on a smartphone. They just don't. I don't know why. Maybe it's asking a difficult question. Maybe they can't type in their whole address. I just don't know the answer why. I do know that if somebody sits down with this piece of paper and types this web address in there, they are more likely to give you the information that you want. For instance, I was just talking to somebody last week who said, yeah, I ran an ad on Google. No, I did something. It wasn't Google. I was using your QR codes, sending people, I think they'd mailed a postcard. They mailed a postcard, and they mailed through Thanks.io, which is a different print company, 10 postcards or 25 postcards. They got, I think, 9 people to scan with the QR code and go there, and nobody filled it out. Okay.
Mm.
And that's not what you want. You want people to scan and fill it out. As a, if I go here to our mastermind group, we've actually got a guy right here who says, I'm using your postcards just the way you design them. No QR codes. And I've got let's just see, I'll just find it. This is where Scott and I talk about what's going on. I'm going to send you a link to this. But just about a week or so ago, this guy says, I mailed your postcards and I got a bunch of leads. So let's just show you where they are. Guys, we focus on capturing leads here, right here. So he mails us out 26 leads from last month, 9 registered all the way through with addresses, and I have 1 solid listing appointment. Okay, that's from our postcards. I guarantee you with 100% certainty, none of these came in with a QR code. We embed a link, and people have to type that in. It is so cool what we can do with QR codes, but people are not comfortable filling this thing out on their smartphone. Okay, if you want buyers, that's a slam dunk. But if you want sellers, it's just like you're wasting your time thinking about QR codes. That's just my experience. We've been doing this for 13 years. We have had QR codes for 12 years, and nobody, especially agents or the consumer market, would use QR codes until COVID. And even though now more people are comfortable with COVID, they are still not comfortable filling out this form on a smartphone. Okay? So I just want you to know that, because if you want buyers, use our QR codes, right? So anyway, we're kind of all over the map here. What's our time here, David? I got totally thrown off because of my system.
I think we said 1:30, guys, didn't we? I think we said till 1:30, so we're good.
Okay,
Anybody
cool.
needs to leave, you can leave, that's fine. If
Okay,
you have an
okay.
appointment, go.
So we're on the listings page. Let's talk about what we do automatically for listings. First of all, we do have up here a download checklist. And if this is a helpful thing for you, let me just download it here. My partner, Scott, you're going to see all over the place. He's doing an 8-part series on how to make $250,000 in real estate. Okay. And it's a really good class. Yeah. So this might be a worksheet that you want to use, right? It's there for you. It doesn't do anything. It just sort of helps you. It's a worksheet that you can work from. It basically replicates this list here. And let's go through this and talk about what's here. On this page right here is Facebook and Instagram. So the ad is pre-written for you. And let me say this, if you want buyer leads, this is the fastest, cheapest way to get buyer leads, is run an ad right here, just like this, on Facebook. Now, you may not know what Facebook ads are, but they are called pay-per-click advertising. So this is a $35 ad. That's a maximum you can spend. It is 7 days long, and it has a 15-mile radius. I'm not sure where you live. You might want to expand that radius. $35, it gives you leads. And right now, we just analyzed the past 6 months. Buyer leads on Facebook on average cost about $3 each. So if you're running a $35 ad and leads are costing you $3, you're going to get about 3 leads. Or I'm sorry, you're going to get about 11 leads, right? And then when that money runs out, Facebook will send you a message and say, hey, do you want to add more money? Your money's gone. And you know, because you've been getting leads all week. And so that's how it works. To create this ad, you just click that button right there, create an ad. So if you've ever run an ad on Facebook, it can tell you it's way more complicated than that. All right. And
I know I'm actually teaching this class right now.
the nice thing about this is we're using lead forms from Facebook. So your ad is going to show up right here on this news feed. And when it says learn more, their name, email, and phone number is pre-populated from their business, from their profile. So you're not even asking people to type in their contact information. Facebook is automatically putting it there. And it says, do you want that information? And all they have to do is click one button. It says yes, right? So you see here, it says send a message. So this guy, it's funny, he's a high school buddy of mine, one of my longtime live friends, and he's a realtor at Sotheby's, and he uses our tools, and he uses all these tools. There's nothing but this thing here, it's send a message. So he's posting something, and he's saying send a message. And that's awesome. You might think that's great, but not everybody wants to talk to realtors. I know you guys are awesome, but people don't want to be talking to realtors all the time. They want to capture information. They want more information. That's what they're doing on the internet, and that's why they're responding to your stuff, okay? So all that being said, this ad would show up right there. This is the fastest way to get buyer leads with name, email, and phone number, okay? Google ads, don't worry about Google ads when it comes to your listings. It doesn't make sense. We should actually remove it. Social media post. You remember at the beginning of the call when things were kind of working and I said, connect your social media and then tell us the frequency, things like that. This is an automated post. So your listing hits our system and we are automatically creating a post like this. So what you see, everything written, that page, it's all done automatically. You just need to set up your profile. When you click on it, it takes people to this page, which we created for you automatically. If you want more information, click this blue button, which people do in like half of a blink, and we grab their name and email and we send it to you, and we drop it in your CRM. So social media auto posting is a must. You must turn that on. Okay, we do it for you
How
automatically.
about phone number? Does it collect phone number on that landing page?
I
Was
couldn't
that-
hear that. Sorry.
The phone number, does it collect phone number?
No,
Does it collect a phone number
No.
or just their?
just the name and email. And right here, if I click on the button, you can see that we're asking for a phone number. And let me
It
say
doesn't
this to you.
require.
Yeah. When you click the blue button, that's a Facebook button. It only grabs their name and email. Okay. So I want to make it clear what we're talking about here. This is a free social media post. Going to go to your social media accounts. It's going to look like that. And when you, and we'll even email it to you, and we'll say, hey, we just did this for you, right? You could boost it if you want. Only boost. I don't recommend talking about boosting. And don't ever boost if you're looking for home leads. If you're looking for buyer leads, boosting work. But this goes here, and now we're clicking on this, and now they're clicking that button. You might see in our system where you can show a phone number. You might, when you see that button, it says show phone number. Right next to it, it'll say require phone number. And if you click require phone number and save that, you're going to kill your lead gen by 95 to 99%, maybe 100%. Because when you ask somebody to type in your phone number, you're basically asking them to go away. Nobody is going to be doing that. But if you use our ads, like I mentioned earlier, and it's pre-populated by their profile, people will say yes all day long. Okay. So if you
And some of them might actually give you a phone number if it's not required, but when you require stuff like that, they get a little antsy, I think.
yes, yes.
I understand what you're saying though, too, Maria. It's hard to, a phone number is much easier. It's much harder for people to resist a phone call than an email. But
Yeah. I also
right.
think,
Please.
I also think that's why you want to run an ad on Facebook, right? Free social media posts are free, but you're not getting leads with phone numbers. That's just, think of it that way.
Yeah.
When you run an ad with our platform, every lead is going to have a phone number. And we're hearing like 80% of these numbers are correct because you need a correct phone number on your Facebook profile to just access your account. Okay, so free social media posts, you're just getting emails. Paid Facebook ads, you're getting phone numbers. The nearby homeowner letter, you can get this out any way you want. You can door knock it. You can use Connect Express. I do want to point out, I was showing you earlier in the mastermind group, this guy, Chris. I'm going to point out a couple more people so that you can see this, but I do want to talk about Chris. He moved to Texas, comes in right away, signs up with us, tells us he gets 5 listings. He was a realtor before he moved to Texas, but he became the top listing agent in that office in 1 year. And the beginning of last year, he went and started his own office. And the very first thing he does is starts creating recruiting videos, telling people how he's customizing our platform to get more business. If you want to grow your business, I recommend you go check out what Chris is talking about. He definitely, I watched that video. He is tweaking and customizing what we're doing automatically just to get better results. Okay. The e-flyer for your database is what you use on Moxie. Anytime a property changes status, copy this, put it there. It's always going to say, hey, I've got for sale, or I'm under contract or whatever. And down below, it's always going to say it affects your home value. If you're doing an open house, save the open house in our system. We create an online sign-in form. We create a print version. We have a QR code for it. Our clients who use our open house tools, they'll wind up with like 50, 60 leads in a week. Buyers and sellers from just one open house. We do have basic listing flyers. You can use that. Postcards and door hangers. I want to point out, like, some of these postcards have QR codes. So what did I say about QR codes? Great for buyers, not so great for sellers, right? Now, we can download this postcard and we'll look at it together real quickly. And I want to point out why these postcards are really effective. It's because we have embedded our, let's just look here. We've embedded our, in the front is a web address, right? So if you're looking at this thing, it's going to say right up front, go to that web address and find out about it, right? And you know that that web address can get multiple, leads. So that's the front. And if I can find this, this is the back. So just like the flyer that I'm telling you, these postcards have call to actions on the front and the back. And the back is always trying to get a home value lead for you, okay? Print has been around, you may not know this, but print has been around longer than the internet. And the return on investment on print is non-existent. If you ask realtors, what do you get? What's your ROI on print? They literally, the eyes go right up in the back of your head because you have no ROI, because all you put on there was your picture and your logo and your phone number, and you said, call me, right? That's not what we're about. We're about helping people get more information, and that's why we have URLs all over the place for both buyers and sellers. So if you're gonna do print in your market, which I highly recommend because some of the highest quality leads come from print, look at what we have available for you, okay?
So Vincent, I want to kind of wrap this up a little bit. Can you, I think what would be helpful, because what you said today is, while it's amazing, it's a little bit overwhelming. It's a
Sure.
lot of bit overwhelming for everybody here. Will you do, I would like you to recommend 2 things that we can do right now today to start generating leads that you would do if you were us. We're going to learn more and more, but
Yes.
what are the top 2 things we can do today to start generating leads that we should all do, that we're all going to do today?
Number one, if you're looking for buyer leads, run an ad on Facebook for any property that is for sale. Okay. You can even borrow a listing. Now, I don't know if you do this in your office, David. Like, if you're sitting there and you have no listings, go to your listings page over here, and if they can borrow a listing, just use the grab active listing button, put in the zip code and MLS ID, and just tweak this. If you need to type in the description, this listing is courtesy of somebody else, just go ahead and do that. That'll pull the listing in, and then you'll be able to run an ad on a listing. That is the fastest way of getting buyer leads.
All right, so we're going to take everybody, what we're going to do is we're going to take a listing. Who has a listing right now? Jessica, you have a listing?
I do have one nobody wants church.
Who's got an attractively priced listing? All right, Lenicia, I want you to message everybody in the listings group the MLS number of that listing and the address, and we're all going to use that. We're going to grab that listing under add a listings to market Lenicia's listing just this one time because we love her, and we're going to do that. What else can we do, Vincent?
Again, it is about running. What I'm doing here right now is I'm showing you easy things to do. Manually, if you've sold anything in the past 2 months, I recommend you manually add it right here and add a couple postcards and then run an ad on that, and you're going to get listing leads. Okay. That's the fastest way, not the highest quality listing leads, but you'll get some results. I would also recommend that you go turn on the social stuff here, which we talked about earlier, which is all those articles, not a lot of leads, but it'll turn on, it'll start getting things going. You'll start to see tools go out. And I think that's smart to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't talk about it, but I am going to say one more thing here. I am going to say, because I know you only asked for 2. my guess is you guys don't have Google accounts, so I'm not going to give you the Google one because that is Facebook is easier. Most people have had something to do with Facebook.
We do have the Google software. We just haven't set up our Google account yet.
Correct, and that's the thing, and so I am going to
Yeah.
point out something. I'm going to just leave it there. I'm not going to give you more things to do. Turn on social, run an ad on Facebook for buyers. If you have a sold property or a property under contract, and you can mark it under contract, create an ad for those homes too, and you'll get listings. Okay, that's really all I would say to do right now. If you want, and you want to use the nearby homeowner letter, you want to door knock that. If you're doing any open houses, say the open houses, use the tools that we have. I'm going to send you this. I'm going to put this recording of this call on YouTube today, as soon as we get off. And I'm going to send it to you. I want you to, if you go down here, and I don't know which one it is, it's probably about 3 months ago, you can see these little white text. I actually have a video on how to create a Google account, a Google ad account, right here, 2 months ago. It says in white, how to create a Google ad account and to run an ad. For those of you who want listings, this is the place to concentrate on. You can create a home valuation landing page. And I think that is something that I would, this is the last thing I'd recommend you do. You have a landing page section. This one here, you're going to have these 3 landing pages: free home values, down payer assistance, and new construction. Click into edit. And David, you might want to get one photo and everybody could share, but this picture that is here is not this picture. When you come here, it's going to look like a weird suburban neighborhood. And I don't have it here because this guy's in Hawaii, so he doesn't use it. I would definitely recommend that you get a 2000 pixel wide photograph. Use this editor to put it here so that it looks like something that is relevant, a big landmark, a school, a building, something that everybody's going to know that you know their area. You don't want to go generic when you're asking somebody who doesn't know you for their address and contact information. Make this photograph look like you. You guys can all share it because you're going to be using them in different directions. But you can see here, this is a home valuation landing page for Diamond Head. Well, there's a picture of Diamond Head. So we know that you're, what you don't want to do, and just to belabor this a little bit, you don't want to put a picture of the cool new McMansion in your area. You want to put a picture of what people recognize. One of the best performing ads for Coldwell Banker in Summit, New Jersey is the one with a Summit Diner, right? Everybody knows Summit Diner. So if you know Summit Diner, you know New Jersey, now I'm more comfortable giving you my contact information. You all have a free home value page. You can all click edit and put a picture of what you think is relevant to your market right there where it says upload. Okay?
All right. All right.
And
So we have some videos to watch, obviously.
I'm gonna
And
send-
go ahead.
I'll be sending this video and a link to this YouTube channel, which is, I just mentioned, how to create a YouTube channel, is a Google channel is here. And also, I want you all, and you're going to see it in the email, watch top tools to get listings. Definitely start with get started on Facebook and Google Ads. Just take your time with that.
All right.
That's huge.
This is like eating an elephant, guys, one step at a time. There's a lot of, you can see
Yes.
why we're excited about this product. There's a lot to it. It is, do not get overwhelmed by it. I'm trying not to right now. There's a lot to look at, but I do want you, for your homework, to watch at least one, if not all 3 of those videos. They are a little bit lengthy. They will be worth it. And I want you to start on a get all those things that Vincent talked about set up and start posting until you're ready to start, get used to it. And when you're ready to start putting your own money into it. And by the way, you can always talk to your lender. If you want to partner with a lender that wants to take some of the cost of this, that might be an option as well. So, Okay, I think we're good here, Vincent. You good on your end?
I'm good. Let me know. This was kind of a wonky call because of my internet problems or our data.
I know, yeah, but
So
it's all good.
do a little homework, and if you feel like you want to have another call, let's do it.
All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Everybody,